Hello everyone, Vanguard of Valor here, and welcome back to another episode of Dwarf Fortress. Now, in our last episode we didn't accomplish too many different things, but we did manage to get a bunch of stuff underway. We managed to accomplish ourselves a bunch of managerial jobs, we built up a pasture and did a variety of things like that, but there are still many things to be done along that respect. First of all, we have built ourselves a pasture, but it is not currently doing anything. In order to make it useful, we have to come in here with I, hit capital N on it to set the pen and pasture information, and then tell it which animals we want to actually be kept inside the pasture. So for example, we might want to send the guinea cock and the turkey hen, the rooster. I'm not sure which animals actually need to be in this kind of area, but I'm just going to pick some at random and see what happens when we have them stuck in the pasture. Now, I know some of these animals will die if we leave them out for too long. So the piglet is a good... No, the piglet can eat anywhere, I think. Pretty sure pigs can eat anywhere. Most of our animals that can't are probably all dead. We can set the goblins to the pasture, but that's not going to work out so well for us. Let's send the mule, the water buffalo, the lamb, the ram, the horse foal. I should probably just check and see which animals are starving, and that would be a pretty good way to see which ones need to be put in there. But let's just assign some animals, and people should bring them over there. Interestingly enough, bringing an animal to the pasture is not actually an animal hauling job. Anyone will just bring animals over there. So that could be kind of interesting. So, that will get our pasture actually accomplishing something. Now, next up, we want to make sure that our dogs are actually doing something too. So we're going to try and build something interesting for that. We're going to go to our build menu, and we're going to build a restraint. Now, our restraint is here with V, I believe. Yes, we need to build a chain first, though. So we'll have to go down and order one up. We're getting through a good deal of our iron on this floor, but there's plenty more to be had, so I'm not too worried. But yes, we're going to come down here to our metalworking shop. Oh yeah, they're doing all of our iron gear. Maybe I'll just leave that for now. If we build a restraint there, we can tie the dog up to the restraint. And that way we'll be able to control its movements and make sure it stays near that front doorway. What I might even be able to just do is set it to the dog to be in there via the pasture settings. I'm not sure what that would do. Let's try it. Experimentation time. Our pasture is right here in the gateway anyway, so if we set our war dogs both to be in there, what will that do with regards to catching the enemies? I'm not sure. Pastures are definitely not something I've experimented with too much prior to this, so we'll see how it goes now that we're testing it out now. It'll be an experiment. It'll definitely be an experiment. Look at our roads! Our roads are almost finished! Is that the... Oh, there's one more piece that hasn't been finished yet after those two are done. That's pretty exciting! Oh, 3 of them are all being finished simultaneously. Look at that! That's awesome. That is awesome. And look, they're bringing some of the animals in. That's cool. We're out of logs. Ooh, that's a problem. How are we out of logs, really? We do use a lot of wood, so that's kind of fair, but... Huh. I wouldn't have guessed. I guess we need to get more wood going. I should probably cancel all my wood-making jobs, if they haven't canceled themselves already. No, they have. Cancel wooden crossbow, wooden crossbow. Oh, he canceled the entire wooden crossbow set, did he? That's annoying. Hopefully he uncanceled. Hopefully the manager doesn't let him cancel them all. If we check that out, let's check our nobility. Let's check our manager. This is not the way to do this. Let's go back. We're looking for the managerial settings, which is in the job list. Here we are. Manager. Did he cancel the wooden crossbows? No. There are 5 left, and he has still got them set in there. Okay. So they should stay there until they get actually completed. That's good. That's good. Now, one thing we're going to try and do today involves our goblins. We're going to start making our goblins work for us here. It's going to be fairly cruel punishment, but I'm okay with that. Now, also, I noticed earlier that we're starting to have fungus and shrubs and stuff grow in our hallway here. Since it's only 1 wide, we can't be having that. So we're going to turn this into some flooring, I think, so that it doesn't get overgrown and unusable at that point. So we are going to come in there and set it up to have a floor. So if we come in here, we can build ourselves a construction, a floor, and that will prevent these plants from growing here. So if we build a fairly lengthy one, we can hopefully fill this space. Let's make it out of chert. I don't really care what material it's made out of at the moment. That'll do. Floor. Now I have to make it all out of chert, mind you, but that's fine. There we go. There's some more. We'll place that out of chert, unfortunately. Now that we've picked it, we have to keep using it for consistency's sake. Otherwise, it will not look very good. And there we go. We can build this one in there. Again, with chert. I could use chert blocks instead, and I probably should be using them since we've made a whole bunch of them anyway. We're going to fill in this entire tunnel with these. It's going to take them a little while to get these built now. But with these in place, it will make things a little bit easier for us. So, use some of those chert blocks. That should make it a bit faster. Expand this again. Specifically, the tree is the problem, so by doing this, we should get around that issue. I don't see chert blocks in here anymore, though. Ah, there they are. Chert blocks. Good, that'll do. And one more time. And that way we should be able to prevent anything from accidentally blocking this tunnel, which is good. We don't want to have people getting in the way, preventing us from actually getting to our defensive towers in the time of need. Badly timed plants or what have you. Actually, I've still missed a little piece of it. Construction, floor, we need to do this top part still. I don't think I can just do a grid because of this thing. Oh, you can. That's nice. Okay. In that case, we can just do a 3x3 square here, and we'll do that with chert blocks again. Now, hopefully, that doesn't block the stairwell, but we'll find out. We'll find out. So, we're going to hop upstairs, and that's looking pretty solid. Looking pretty solid. Ah, I'm so happy our roads are getting finished. That's super exciting. Super exciting. I have no idea what that road's going to do when it's actually completed, but we'll find out, I guess. We will find out. Now, I believe if we jump downstairs, people are now starting to build our archery targets, which is nice. Yes, yes, excellent. That'll be good as well. I'm thinking we're going to build our secret goblin murder hole down here. And I may have just given away a little bit more than I was originally planning about the purpose of this goblin murder hole, but it is in fact a goblin murder hole. We're going to be sending goblins to be fought while unarmed against our armed troops as simple fodder, and that should be pretty fun. We have a lot of debris running around in these rooms though, so I should probably really get around to putting chests in there so people have places to put their stuff. I might get people to start building some stone chests. If we pop back up to the top floor into one of our masons, you are going to start making... make some coffers, perhaps? Maybe that works. I'm not sure what a coffer does. Or a cabinet? I don't know. Make some cabinets. If we don't need them, we can just sell them. Whatever. We'll experiment with them and see what happens. We'll try giving people all a cabinet instead of a chest. And... do a bit of experimenting. Yeah, this is looking pretty solid. People are getting this whole area engraved, which is looking good. Then we'll have to move on to the bedrooms, which are going to take forever. I should probably build some more bedrooms to accompany all of our new people, but really, given that most of them are going to be living in the basement or up in our various barracks, it shouldn't be too hard to get that to happen. Are there people doing things? No, we're good. This is being constructed? Yes, okay. Good. Good. People are coming in to build our archery targets, so people will be able to use those soon. I think we're going to do those. We are going to build this area over here. So if we build off an offshoot from this tunnel over this way, we'll be able to build off the main idea of our system here. Not sure where exactly I want it built, though. Because I kind of want to build over this way, but I don't want to interrupt this cavern below us. It's a tricky situation because I'm not entirely sure how I want to design this thing. It's not something I have built before, but it is something I understand how to build. It's very simple the way we're going to be building it first. We might build a more advanced version later on, but we're not going to be worrying about mass murdering people until we get the basics done and working. So I guess we'll just do the easy one for now. We're going to mine out an area here. Let's say... hopefully this doesn't intercept anything, because I really don't want something intercepting into our barracks room. I have to build up some walls or something to block that. But for now, we're going to just hope that we don't do that. We're going to mine out, let's say, here to... there. We'll go up one. I'm trying to think of an interesting way to design this room. It doesn't have to be too complicated, but I think I have to get the size right if I want to do my upper floor for it later. It has to be 6 tall. 1, 2, 3. Has to be 1, 2, 3. No, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That should be a good size for it, and now all I have to do is make sure I have some defensive measures in place to make things don't go absolutely wrong while we're testing this. So I'll have them mine that out, and then we'll go from there, because I think this should work out pretty well. I should also smooth some of these walls so I can see where the edges of my fortress are compared to all the mess of walls nearby, but I think that'll work out. We are going to be trying to do some nasty things in here, though. If we check our reports, there should be lots of sparring going on. Yeah, looks like we're doing pretty good here. Things are looking pretty solid. Pop back up to our front door. I'm going to reset that area right here. So we're going to set our hotkeys, which is capital H, entryway, which is F1. We are going to say zoom here. That looks better to me. Uh-oh. Boris Schuslin has mandated the construction of certain goods. What do you want? You want chains. Oh. It's already completed. That was easy. We didn't have to do it. It just instantly completed. Maybe we already had the chains he wanted? I'm not sure. Anyway, that wasn't so bad. I'm okay with this. Alright. Have we got wood coming in? Yeah, we got plenty of wood coming in. Are we still making cages? What's going on? Where do we get all these cages from? Interesting. Well, I'm not going to worry too much about it yet, but it's definitely something we're going to keep an eye on. We have plenty of doors now, too. I'm going to build another door down here, where I meant to have one a long time ago. There we go. There's a door in the way. That will prevent that from just being a secondary section. Okay, so... my apologies. What we really want is to get this room organized and to get our archery targets built. Now that they're actually constructing these, that'll be good because we'll be able to actually, use them for archery and whatnot. But I'm going to complete all of them before we really start worrying about it, because then our archers can actually use this area. We also want to build this area. We need to build some defensive measures in there before we can really move on with that either. So there's a couple little tricks in here that we're going to have to try out before we can really get things underway. But this is looking solid so far. So, the idea here is we're going to be setting up, we're going to be building cages into this area that have goblins in them. We're going to be triggering them with levers for now, and that way we can open up the cages while our fighters are in there. So we pick people, we tell them to move into the room, we open the cages, we have them murder the goblins that come out, and then everyone's happy. Except for the goblins, mind you. In a more advanced version, we're going to come up here, we're going to set up another room above, which a whole bunch of cages, and we can just dump them all through holes in the ceiling, so the room fills up with goblins and people can just murder them at their leisure. For now, I'm not going to worry about that too much. We may redesign this room completely if I want to turn it into an archery training room, or I might make an additional one for archery training, sort of extend this over this way. But, we'll go for a basic training room so far, since we don't have a whole lot of goblins or things captured in general yet. It's very important that we did disarm them all first, though, because the last thing we want to do is accidentally drop a goblin in here who's actually fully armed. So thankfully that shouldn't be happening. So that's good. Why is there a chest down here? How'd this get here? Oh, it's a quiver. Oh, that's weird. Why do it has a chest icon? I guess it's because you store things in it? Yeah, that guy came and grabbed it. Interesting. Well, they've pretty much cleared out all this stuff, which is awesome. So we're going to set our archery targets to actually be turned into archery ranges. Where's my target? There it is. And we're just going to select this full area. There we go. Excellent. And I have to tell people who can use it. So I'm going to have to make sure I go through all of these first. And I'll just do them all in one big go. There we go. Turn these all into archery ranges. I'm not sure if I have to do them all individually, really, but I'm going to do it anyway. I don't have a whole lot of experience with archery targets, so I'm just going to play it safe. Now let's see, our newest archery ranges are the heavenly orbs and the weak boats, I believe. So we're just going to set these guys to use this as a training space. And we'll set individual training maybe? No, I think it's just training. Yeah, that's probably all I need. What did I do upstairs? That's a good question. What do we do for these archery ranges? What do we say that these could be? Yeah, those are just training. Okay, so that sounds pretty solid to me then. People should now start using the archery training system downstairs to train their archery if they're archers. Excellent. Now I do want to clear out all the resources in here. I don't want to leave them lying around, even though we don't really need to dump them. I'm going to dump them anyway, just because I don't want them in there. So we are going to designate item properties dump, all of the stone in here. There we go, and the stone in the hallway. There we go, that'll clean that out of the way. We're going to need to build ourselves a couple extra defensive structures, though. Ooh, hello, what happened? Buzzbomb has given birth to a girl. Where are you? That's a weird place to stick the camera. Where are you? Zoom to. You're right there. It's like right on the edge of the camera. That was weird. Alright, well that's cool. Datan Inod Silob, the dwarven baby. Actually, you know what? I think I've forgotten something. Yes, I have. I've forgotten to talk about all the people we renamed. We have a whole bunch of new dwarves names added in here. We have Your Name, That Guy, Stijay, Shade, Rickard, Pyro Manuel, Nugget Noob, Kaliz, Gilgamesh, Frisky J. Arthur, Fire Oof, Feral Boy 13, Eldudorino, Crazy Russian, Apocalypto 225, and Alex Snake. So I can commit those changes and have that be done with. Excellent. That is us at our max capacity of immigrants now, so it will be very difficult to get more dwarves in apart from babies. So, if you are requesting a name to be added in, or if your name hasn't been added in at this point through random chance, it may be fairly unlikely before you actually get added back in again. But don't give up, it's not impossible. So, what are we going to do next? Well, we're going to try and get more work done in the basement, but first I want to come back up here for a second and check up on our road. There is now only one segment incomplete. I look forward to the next time we get some tradesmen, because I want to see if they actually try and follow our road or what happens. We do have a pretty much complete road going in here. Now the thing is, it's not fully complete because we have this bridge in the way, we have this bridge in the way. I'm not sure how we use these, or if we can set things like routes that people will follow to get into our fortress. That's not something I've experimented with too much, so I'm not entirely sure how that would work. I believe routes are mostly used for your military to give them paths set to patrol, but we'll find out. We'll find out indeed. But either way, this road seems like it should work, so we'll have to experiment with it once it is complete, or at least wait until someone shows up so that we can see it that way. Now, we have a lot of animals chilling out in our pasture now. If we check out our animal log, I'm getting so many different things done at the same time, I'm sorry. Check out our health log, rather, and look for our animals. We should be able to see if any of them are starving, and if they are starving, we should be able to find out that way if we're doing things correctly. Now, starving, where's starving? It's one of these. There it is. Okay, if there's anything in this one, we'll know that that is a problem, and they need to be moved to our pasture. But otherwise, this should prevent our animals from starving. Oh, there's a couple. You are a buck rabbit. Okay, buck rabbit and buffalo calf? I thought I told you to move. The rabbit may not have been moved to the pasture yet. I'm going to go double check that. So we'll come back over to our pasture here. We'll see if we actually did that correctly. So if the buck rabbit is not in here, that would explain why it is starving. Do we see it? There it is. It's not in the pasture. There we go. We'll add it to the pasture, and now it should be able to eat and should not die. Interesting. Now, the buffalo calves are in the pasture, so I'm not sure what they're unhappy about. But maybe we just can't help them at this point. I'm not sure. Maybe we don't have the right food for them or something. But we're just going to stick all our animals in there and find out. So that's interesting. Okay. Interesting. Well, we're going to hop back down to our lower barracks. We've cleared all the junk out of there now. We're going to have to build ourselves a bridge, which I believe is J. No, it's a cage. It is G. That's a bridge. There we go. So we're going to build a little bridge here, just a little one. We're going to have it retract to the left, so it'll form up to make a closed wall here, just to make sure nothing gets out. We're going to stick that in there, make it out of orthoclays, I think, for this one. I should make it out of blocks. Make it out of quartzite blocks. There we go. And we are going to need to build a lever for that as well. So we'll make a trap and a lever. Now this lever, I'm not sure where I'm going to put it, because the thing is, this is specifically designed to be used for setting off these traps. So we'll have to wait and see. I may need to build a floor in here too, but I think this is all stone, so we should be safe from having plants and whatnot grow in here. Maybe, because it'd be nice to put it here, but I've already set a lever there. I could deconstruct this one and move it elsewhere, but I don't know. Let's see, if I put this over on this side, if I put it in the corner here, that can be the main training lever. Sure, we'll do that. We'll set up a lever there. That could be the main lever which controls this gate, and then we can set up additional ones just sort of haphazardly strewn across the floor here temporarily for these cages as we build them. So that'll be an interesting little experiment once we get that underway. So that should be good. Okay. Okay, so once that gets done, we can come back in here and continue working on this area, because we want that bridge in there for the safety of the whole thing. So that'll be good, I think. I'd really like to have this... is this one... Hang on, is this one suspended? No, it's just inactive. Okay. So it should get finished eventually. I'd really like to have a caravan come through here soon so I can see what happens. Apparently you can actually just build your road straight across a brook. Since it's a shallow thing like this, you can just road straight across it, but I don't mind having my road move over to the side. And, ooh, what just happened? Ah, Parkaface has given birth to a girl. Congratulations. More dwarves for the fortress. Okay. Interesting. I am looking forward to trying to venture into the underground, but before we can do that, we're going to have to worry with some other concerns first. Also, I think it's high time we started smoothing out or engraving our lower floor, because it looks like everywhere else here is done. Actually, no, first we should get this room smoothed out, because I don't like it being rough like this. So we're going to come in here, we're going to designate some smoothing stone, and we're going to pick all of this mess. Ooh, hello, not all of that. Don't go outside of our fortress, folks. There we go. This should make it entirely manageable to smooth without ever having to leave the safety of our fortress. There we go. That should make that a little bit nicer. Since it is a high-use area, we might as well make it look decently nice. I think that's probably wise. I don't need to worry about smoothing out all these mining tunnels, but I would like to have the lower barracks smooth. And I think I will also just set this whole area to be engraved. Engraved stone, we're going to come right down to here. There we go. Pick that, and we're going to go right across to there. Oh, I just missed. Missed by 2 tiles. There we go. I guess we'll do the rest of this tunnel too, just in case. Boop. Done. Alright, that should make people nice and happy. Nice and happy indeed. So, looking good here, I think. We're making some good progress. Look at all that wood all of a sudden. Jeez. I guess that cancellation of wood tasks really took its toll there. I guess I can probably restart something. Maybe I'll just make some chests out of wood. Yeah. Might as well, I think. I mean, I know I want them. Go ahead. I don't know if the cabinets are the same. We've made a couple of them. I think I'll stop that job, though. I'll just use chests instead, because I'm pretty sure chests do work. There we go. We can use those cabinets later if we need them. And I'm going to have him make blocks as well. That way we'll have access to them in larger numbers when we want them. That should do. Okay. Okay, I'm okay with this. Our floor is slowly getting built in here. Oh, that's right. I forgot I had that going as well. That's going to take a lot of architecture work. There are so many things that I'm building simultaneously here. I really need more builders. This place isn't quite finished yet. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's partly finished. Also, interesting thing about fortifications. We were talking about how, in the comments, people were mentioning about how people could shoot in through the fortifications, and that is true. However, unless you are decently skilled at archery, you have to be standing directly next to a fortification to fire through it, which means that people who are approaching, we could shoot at them from inside here, but they wouldn't be able to shoot back unless they were expert archers. Now, if they were, I think it's elite marksmen, goblins, for example, would be able to shoot in and would be able to do a serious amount of damage to us. But as long as there's no elite marksmen there, we'd be able to shoot out from relative safety from behind our fortifications until they got close. So that's kind of cool. We could always just pull our units away if that ever became a problem. So yeah, that's interesting. Now if we check out here, this mandate make chains, I believe, is completed, but I want to double check. So what I'm going to do is... Something else just happened? No. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come back down here. We're going to check our job manager, see if the manager has completed most of these tasks. Not really. We've completed the crossbows. We're slowly working our way through all the iron gear. I guess I should probably wait until this gear is finished before I try and do any actual training in our new training room, because otherwise people are not going to be well equipped. But in order to do that, I think we're going to make ourselves a few more metalsmith's forges, because as it stands, we're kind of low on the actual, we have 2 already. I'm going to make another one. Oh, we don't have any fire-safe anvils. Dang it. I have to make an anvil first. Unfortunately, all our forges are busy working. Now, this one is currently making iron mail shirts, and that one is making iron helm and iron mail shirts. Okay. Interesting. Well, what I'm going to do instead then is I'm going to go back into the job manager, go to the manager's page. We're going to add a new order for an anvil. Anvil. There we go. Make an iron anvil. Thank you. We're going to make 2 iron anvils, I think. There you go. And we're going to move that to the top of the priority list. There we go. So those should be made quickly, and then we can expand our ironworks. Now, I don't necessarily want to have a whole disorganized mess of buildings in there, but we're going to go with it for now anyway. Crusader has given birth to a boy, another baby in the fortress. Fantastic. We're rapidly growing in number here. Don't know what we're going to do with all of them, but hey, there we go. And Brian has given birth to a boy. Congratulations. More children for the fortress. That's a lot of kids, actually. Wow. Huh. A lot of animals are popping up here, too, which is kind of cool. We got dead goblins outside, too. Our bunnies are eating the goblin flesh. Lovely. Lovely. Oh, no. I thought for a second that the road was finished. I got super excited, but no, that's not the case. Pop back downstairs. It looks like our bridge has been finished, but not our lever, which is kind of unfortunate. Has this thing actually been built? We see? Looks like it has, yeah. People just haven't actually constructed the lever yet. Oh well. If we check our reports, people are attacking Coati women? Huh. Why are you murdering a Coati woman? I don't know. She got murdered either way, but okay, whatever. I guess they didn't like her. Pop back up to the top floor. Excellent. So we have a bunch of things that are basically we need to wait for at this point. There are, look at that deforestation. It's ridiculous. We chop down all the trees. Chop down all the trees. Wow. Well, I might try and do some more soon. We are getting close to winter. What is this? No, wrong button. What is this? It's T. What is this? That is a thrips. A giant thrips. Chitin. Interesting. If we go to our stocks, can we see all of our ammunition that's forbidden? Yes, we can. So we can just unforbid all of that. So this is going to take people a while to go and reorganize, but there is often a lot of forbidden ammunition all over the place because people have just fired it and not been able to go back and get it since. We're also going to unforbid all of these things because if we are going to be playing around with murdering unfortunate goblins, we want to make sure we can have them at their weakest possible state. So by going through here and removing all of their gear, that is the easiest way to do just that. I don't see anything else here we need. Oh, hello. What's this? What's this? Oh, there's forbidden, right. We've forbidden some of all of these minerals. By going through here, we can just unforbid them all. Right. Because we've dumped them. Once you dump something, it is effectively forbidden and no one will try and interact with it. I think that's everything here, though, that we'll have. Yeah. Okay, so that's pretty good then. In that case, we're basically clear. We've stolen all the gear from people. We should have people going and picking up all the arrows now, and that should mean we have a little bit more in our stockpiles. Oh, hello. Now what? Another child. Chimerat has given birth to a girl. Congratulations. There's children all over the place today. All over the place. Now, if we check our job manager again, he has still not validated them. Interesting. Interesting. I'm not entirely sure how the manager works, but it seems to be working fairly decently. Okay. Okay. Now, our stockpile is filling up. This is a problem. This is definitely a problem. We're going to come back into our crafts dwarf workshop, which is this one. No, this one? That one's still making wooden bolts. Good. Which one am I looking for? I don't know what I'm looking for anymore. I came here to do something, but I don't know what it is. Okay, we're going to try instead. Interesting. Well, I wanted to try and reorganize things here, but I'm not sure how well it's going to work, especially not since this thing is filling up very rapidly. In fact, I guess our huge deforestation push really did hit this place pretty hard. Okay. Well, that's interesting. We're going to come back up to the top floor for now. Take a peek at where we have trees designated to be cut. Do we see any more? Or have they all been cut and we're just gathering in wood that was still lying outside? It looks like that might be the case. I don't see anything else here that's still being marked for to be cut down. Okay. That's good. If we go back downstairs again, our lever is still sitting there. It's going to take a long time for some of this stuff to get finished. I have too many working projects at the same time. Too many projects at the same time. There comes a lever, or rather a mechanism, so that should do it, actually. That should allow them to build it. When we can link these two together, we can start moving some cages down here and test out the design. In fact, I should really start building more levers down here, because we're going to need more soon. So we're going to go to building, traps, build another lever. We're going to build one here, I think. Gabbro mechanisms, and another one there. Gabbro mechanisms. There we go. And we're also going to try and build some cages. So I think this should be safe. If we put one in here, oh no, hang on. I want to see specifically which ones. If we hit X here, we can say specifically which cages we want to be built. So we can choose a goblin cage, for example. Now I believe we can see who's inside the cages if we wanted. So for example, if we didn't want to set a thief cage in here, we could make sure that wasn't the case by doing view item here and seeing if it's a goblin swordsman in this one. Okay, so we'll build that cage. Now if we go to build another cage in here, we can set another one on this side, for example. I'm just going to build 2 in here for now. We'll hit X to expand again, and we'll stick in another goblin cage. So let's see who's in this one. This one has a goblin thief in it, so let's not stick him in there for now. Let's stick in the zinc cage here. Who's in this one? A goblin swordsman. Excellent. So we'll build those cages. That should mean, as long as I didn't do this incorrectly, that someone will grab those cages from upstairs, bring them down to the basement with the goblins still inside, and construct them as a more permanent thing. That way we'll be able to connect them to a lever and open them from a distance when our soldiers are inside. So that would be kind of cool if we can actually manage it. That is the idea though, so we'll hopefully be able to test that out soon. Hopefully anyway. Hopefully. Okay. Are you guys stuck in here? You pass out while building floors? I'm not sure what happened there. What are you doing? What are you doing? That is strange. That is very strange. I'm not sure what he's doing down there. He slept on a rough cave floor recently. Why, though? Why is he sleeping on the rough cave floor? That's very, very odd. Alright, well, actually, come to think of it, I meant to check something earlier. Some of the dwarves in our new list have some fairly peculiar stats. For example, some of them came in with very strong skills. Particularly this friend and this friend. They both have a very high skill, and Fenris as well, I think, but he's been around for a while by now. And a bunch of other skills. So we're going to check them out. We'll see if we can find them. So we're looking for Frisky J. Arthur and Khalees's in our list here. Because I have, ever since our previous interaction with the vampires, I just want to be careful and make sure we're not getting into anything we don't want to. So let's check out Frisky J. Arthur here. Let's view him. What do you have for relationships? You have a fairly small list of relationships, and they're all people from our fortress. So that's a pretty good indication about these things. They have dined in the legendary dining room, ate a legendary meal. Okay, so they're pretty much clear as far as I can tell. That's good. Frisky J. Arthur is not a concern of ours. Now, who is the other person we're looking for again? Double check that name. That was Khalees. So let's check Khalees here, if we can find him. Okay, where are you, Khalees? You're in here somewhere. We don't have more than 200 dwarves now, so it's not necessarily the easiest thing to find any particular one dwarf in a list, but we should be able to manage it without too much trouble. Where are you, Khalees? There you are. Alright, let's take a look at you. You have a fairly large list of acquaintances, but they're all people from our fortress again. So that's not too bad. And if we check here, you dined in a legendary dining room, you had a fine drink. Okay, I'd say you're safe too. It's always good to check. I didn't really suspect them, but I figured it'd be worth looking at, because it would be fun to find more vampires if we did have any. Alright, so it looks like people have in fact grabbed those 2 cages, brought them downstairs. I don't see people freaking out from the fact that there are goblins running around in our fortress, so it looks like they didn't accidentally let them go. If we drop back down to F5 level, we can check this out in particular. They're waiting for the hauling still, so people are still carrying the cages downstairs, which is fine. That's fine. I kind of want to sit down here and wait and see if I can find them, but hard to tell where they actually are in our giant maze of stairwells, for one thing. If we pop back all the way up here, do we see them coming towards? Yeah, there's one of them. Bringing the cage down. Yeah, it's cool. Cool, alright. Pop back downstairs. He's going to come down and build it. Now, we are also going to want to link this now that we can. So we're going to add a task here to link up a bridge. Not that one. We're going to use the not rough bridge, a nice fancy quartzite bridge, because that one is made of blocks. It's not rough. You're going to connect this one, there we go, and that way we should be able to easily use it. Now, it will take mechanisms to link these to here, but as soon as we open them, it deconstructs the cage and the mechanism, so we can just come in and pick them up later, which is another reason we're building this barrier in the way, so that people don't try and come in here and pick these bits up while we're trying to fight the goblins, which would not be fun. Not fun at all. Looks like people are very slowly starting to smooth out all the floors in here too, which is good. Maybe I shouldn't have them smoothing out in here while it's in active archery range, but hey, for now, who cares? Also, more children? Yes, Chris has given birth to a girl. Congratulations, Chris. Alright, well, we got a lot of little things going into work here. I think I may end this episode here as we start to test out some new techniques. Yes, yes. And I may let the game just run a little bit. I haven't decided. I haven't done that at all yet. I've been letting you guys hang out with me here while we do things. But there are a lot of projects that are very slowly getting accomplished. What are you guys doing? You're just starving. Oh, you did! You did block the stairs! Oh, I wondered if that would happen. Yep, you blocked yourselves in. Hilarious. Alright, can I construct something over this floor to prevent these guys being stuck here for all eternity? Hopefully a capital C should allow us to build an upstairs here. Can we build it on top? No, we cannot. Hilarious. Alright, we're going to need to select... Ooh, hello. We're going to need to select that floor tile with Q to remove the building so that they can get to the staircase that they've covered up. Can they even do it? They're starving down there. Well, that's a problem. That is a problem. So there is the downstairs here, so someone should be able to build the upstairs, right? Because this is a downstairs? Yeah, a downward stairway. And here we have just a chert block floor, and there's nothing underneath it. So if we wanted to replace this, is there an easy way to just build something on top of it? Can I just designate an upward stairway to be dug into this construction? Does not look like it because there's a construction there. So if I can hit remove construction with N, that one's marked to be removed now. Then I can, once it is cleared, I'll be able to fix that. It looks like they're going to try and do that immediately, which is good, which means they'll be able to live. If he moves that, does it immediately become staircase again? That's what I want. Have him clear it out and have it immediately become a staircase again. I'm not sure how long it's going to take him to do that. Or something happened? No, they're just complaining about plump helmet spawn. That's fine, though. Okay. An eternal struggle here. I just want to see what happens with this floor, and then we'll end the episode there. I wondered if they'd build over their own staircase. Apparently, yes, you can build a floor over stairs. Are you even removing it? I'm not sure what you're doing. It looks like you're trying to interact with it, but I can't tell if you're succeeding or not. I'll come back and check here in a second. Alright. The basement... Hang on a second. Is there only a goblin in one of these? Is it dead goblin? Kinda sad if it's a dead goblin. Can I view this thing? There's an occupant. I can't tell if he's alive or not. Are you alive, goblin? I want to view this, but I can't. He doesn't look alive. He looks very dead. Let's check upstairs, see if the other ones are dead. It'd be sad if I waited too long and now they're all dead. I don't know why I'm doing this the slow way. I have a hotkey to jump right there. Okay, let's take a look at this again. I may have messed this up and they may all be dead. Let's view them. He doesn't say he's dead. Well, we'll find out. We'll find out. Hopefully he's not dead and we'll be able to do fun things and terrible things with them soon. Awesome. Well, we'll find out, I guess, in a bit. For now, though, I want to go back and check up on these guys. Did you? Yes, okay, you did. So, now I can get you to build a construction, an upward stairway, in this space, so that you can actually get out of there. I'm going to build it with one chert block. Sure. Now, someone should come and let you guys out so you don't die. Can you just climb out? Oh, no, you had the chert block there. Of course! That was the chert block that you made the floor out of. There you go. Now you guys can go eat. Ridiculous. Anyway... thanks for watching, everyone. This has been Vanguard of Valor, playing some Dwarf Fortress for you. Hopefully you've enjoyed today's episode. I certainly have. Anyway, if you did like the episode, don't forget to let me know what you thought about it in the comments down below. Thank you again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.